What's up, my internet friends? For today's video, I was wondering if you guys felt like your drawing skills or your overall art skills have kind of stagnated. This is a feeling that I have and go through every now and then. And honestly, I think it's normal to feel this way sometimes. I'm kind of reminded that it's an irrational feeling when I compare my current work to my older work. But nonetheless, you're always, you always want to be improving. With that said, I've come up with 5 ways/tips to improve your drawing skills whenever you're feeling this way. Some of these I've already applied and I've seen visible improvements in my work, and some I plan to apply more thoroughly at least, and commit to, I guess, more thoroughly. And one of these 5 I'm actually excited to try for the first time, probably once I finish this video. So let's get into it. The first tip for improving your drawing skills is by drawing a comic. This could be a serious comic book. This could be a small comic strip that you make for fun. Shoot, write a stupid short story and draw it out in comic book panels. Make it 5 pages. Make it about your day, about your week. Who cares? I know for a fact that this will improve your drawing skills because I'm actually seeing it happen in myself with the comic that I'm working on. I'm finding that by drawing a comic book, it's forcing me to draw various stuff that I wouldn't normally draw. It forces you to look up random references, random settings, random props, body types and costume designs, not to mention poses. Recently I drew a comic book panel and I looked up fat man breathing heavy on Pinterest, and then I combined it with 1950s military uniform, and then the setting for the image was supposed to be inspired by Millennium Park in Chicago. So I just crafted this collaged, reference image and used it to draw, my character for the comic book panel. So you'd be surprised. If your sketchbook is just filled with passport photo style character portraits, then a comic will for sure force you out of that comfort zone and make you draw many different things. Tip number 2, it might shock you, or maybe it won't. I mean, hey, tip number 2 is read some art books, yo. I personally love all types of art books. You could call me a collector at this point. I buy when artists put out, a collection of their works. Sometimes those types of books include a tutorial in them, but even if they don't, I just like looking through those kinds of books. But I'm specifically referring to the educational type of art books. I recently read the book Framed in Ink by Marcus Mateo Mester. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. This book covered so much stuff from composition to visual storytelling. I picked up so many ways I can improve an image to make it just more interesting, more visually pleasing. I'm now reading Perspective Made Easy by Ernest Ralph Norling. I feel like I've always had a general understanding of perspective, and I wanted a better / more improved understanding of it. So I bought that book for that purpose. No shame in learning on these streets. That's tip number 2. The next tip is one I have commitment issues with. Tip number 3 is to do a challenge for 30 days, like Inktober or March of Robots. Bruh, when I tell you I be quitting after 2 weeks tops, I'm not playing. This is a tip I legit need to stick to, but the way my attention span works, it just won't let me. I will say that even when sticking to it for just 2 weeks, I've definitely seen improvements in my drawings, simply because nothing beats consistent practice when you're trying to get better at literally anything. Um, hey, that's tip number 3. I gotta do Inktober this year. I'm thinking of doing like a 30 character situation, or just doing one huge piece where I just share progress on it every day and see what happens. We'll see. It's a long way till October. Well, not that long, but we'll see. Anywho, that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, another one that I want to try myself, is this is actually I've gotten this from Jake Parker. It's his Jake Parker's Draw 50 Things assignment or project, as well as Ahmed Al-Duri's 50 Heads challenge. Basically, it's a draw 50 somethings challenge. Very similar to tip number 3, where it's kind of a challenge, but it's still useful in that you're forcing yourself to either draw 50 random heads, 50 random things. And I feel like when you do that, it's like a workout for your drawing muscles. And eventually, I'm hoping muscle memory will have, us all drawing like Kim Jong-gi out here, where we're just like, freestyling from our brains, and it comes out perfect. That's the level I'm trying to attain out here. So I need to get up on this. I need to draw 50 hands one day, 50 feet one day, 50 heads one day, 50 random objects, just 50 everything. 50 I feel like is just a doable number, and I just need to like sit down and do it like over 3 days or something. Alright, that's tip number 4. This last tip, I can't even take credit for. It was given to me by my guy, Dan Ekus, who gave me a lot of great advice recently. Tip number 5 is to make 5 to 10 pieces of art in the style of your favorite artists. And the idea is to see if you can match their styles and see what it reveals in terms of, things you could be doing better. Most importantly, match their level of quality. And I'm planning to do this like real soon. I'm thinking of just doing 5. I'm thinking of drawing like 5 self-portraits in the styles of my, say, 5 favorite artists. And I think I'm gonna learn a lot from this challenge, and I think it would make a cool YouTube video. So we'll just have to wait and see. Those are my 5 tips for how to improve your drawing skills. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time, peace. Okay, but before you go, I want you to check out this trailer that I put together for my latest Gumroad tutorial. I recently made this Gumroad tutorial for, creating, marker and ink pen art, but in a more, illustrative, painterly fashion. I'm really proud of the tutorial. It's about an hour long. Just check out the trailer. And if you're interested, you'll go to the Gumroad link on your own. There's nothing more to say there. Thank you.